Creative Herd Studios presents Google Slides Digital Worksheets, inserting videos and student responses. Hey guys, so what I want to do today for this video is just show you kind of one step at a time. Today's task is going to be how to insert a video and set up your page for a student response that they can type. So this page in my notebook is going to be about the art principle of emphasis. So the first thing I want to do is set up a text box on here, and I'm going to slide that in right there. Everything takes a little bit longer when I'm on a video, and I'm going to type in the word emphasis on here. I want that to be nice and big so the kids know that that's the theme of this page, which is funny because we're doing emphasis. I'm also going to change the font. I don't like using Arial, so let's go with some Ultra. And boom, 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 boom. Make it nice and big. Okay, I'm going to center that because I'm big on the way everything looks. And when you grab it, make sure you've got that little four-way. You should have the ability, there we go, to see if it's centered on the page. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. Okay, now I like to have a little background on my page or a little images or something in there. So I'm going to add some of these shapes. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I like the rounded rectangles. I'm just kind of a sucker for that. Now this is going to be inserting a video, so I want to leave a nice big space for a video in there. And I want to change the color of this, give it some good pop. Oh, I might do this color right here because I like this color. I don't like having a border on these shapes. You can do whatever you want on it. Now I want my emphasis to show up. And one neat trick that you could do is if you hit Control, arrow down, it will actually drop that down in your layers. The other way that you could do that is if you right click on it, it will pull up this menu. You can go to order and you can bring it to the front, bring it forward, send it back, or send it all the way to the back. Now bring to front means make it the very topmost thing. Bring forward means move it up one layer. Send backward means move it down one layer. Send to back means take it all the way down to the bottom. So it just depends on how you want to layer your stuff, and you would have to play with that to kind of understand that. Okay, so now I have this little blob here. This is where my video is going to be inserted, but I'm setting up the page first for this because remember, we are going to create this page. We don't want the kids to be able to edit all of the tiny little things on there. We only want them to be able to do very few things. So I am going to add a Bitmoji just because I like my Bitmojis. And I have that as an extension. So I'm going to use my Bitmoji. And let's see if one pulls up that I like. I might do this one. I like the little peeker one. I have to right click, copy image, come back over here, edit, and paste. It's going to make it nice and big. I don't want it that big, so I'm going to shrink it down. Maybe a little less than that. And there we go. I'm going to move this down a little bit. It's so hard to do when I'm recording. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a word bubble because I'm going to be talking and I want them to do something in this little word bubble. So I'm going to add a call out. So here's your shape, call out, and I'm going to grab a regular rectangle. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to sort of overlap that a little bit to give plenty of room. Now I don't want my call out to obviously be aimed right there, so I'm going to grab that and I'm going to move it so it looks like it's coming from me. I want to change the color of that as well. Let's do a little magenta action because why not? Okay, and I do like having a border on my call out, but I like it to be black because I'm picky like that. You can also change the thickness of your call out if you want to. Okay. So there is that. I need to type something in my call out because I'm going to ask them a question to respond to. And I'm basically just going to ask them to define, oh, my little thing's coming up. Okay, define emphasis in your own words. Okay, 5 seconds is up, so I'll show you what I'm going to do next. All right, we are back for round 2. So I have defined emphasis in your own words. I don't want it to be this big. I'm going to highlight all of this. I'm going to shrink it down. That looks pretty good, actually. And then I'm going to change the font. I like to do Comic Sans when it's in here. I might actually make that a little bit bigger. And resize this just a bit. I'm going to center that. Anyway, I like the comic thing when I'm doing this because it's kind of like a little comic anyway. And then I might even bold that so that you can read it nice and clearly. Okay, so it says define emphasis in your own words. So this is what that page is going to look like before I add anything else to it. Now, normally I would finish this second side here before I do this next step, but I want to show you how this works. Once I get my page exactly the way I want it, I am going to go to File, and I'm going to download, and I'm going to do a PNG image. You can do a JPEG if you want. I have found that the PNG for me tends to do a little bit better of an image than the JPEG. I don't know why. I don't understand that. I'm just showing you what I know. Now, I've told you before, I always have a copied version of this, and what I do is I have a template version, which is what I have the other one saved as, and then I have the student version, which is the one I'm going to push out to the kids. Okay, but I like to have the template version, so if I need to make changes, I'm not having to start all over. I can just go back there and make what changes I need. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my arrow. I'm going to make sure that I have a nice clean blank slide. So I need to delete all of this. Blank slide. And I'm going to go background, choose image, and it should pop up. I'm going to have to browse under uploads. And it should pop up under the most recent. I wish it wouldn't take this long to do this because my 5 minutes gets eaten up just by doing all this slow stuff. It does not normally take this long. So I'm going to grab my most recent one. I'm going to open that. And it will pull up. I hit done. Now, if they click anywhere on this, it's not going to do anything. They can't accidentally delete their question or anything. Now what I need to do is prepare it. So I'm going to need a text box here. This text box is pretty much the only thing on the slide because everything else is part of the background. I'm going to hit enter text here. And I want this to be, if you have a specific color, you can use a specific color. Otherwise, just something that's going to show up and be contrasted. I'm going to bold that out. And then I'm going to add my video. Okay, so now the kids can click on this, they know to click there, and they can type in their text to answer the question. But I need to insert a video, so you're going to go to Insert, you're going to go Video. It's going to pull up the option for YouTube. You can actually look up videos in your Google Drive as well, but I'm going to look up YouTube, and I'm going to look up emphasis and contrast, because the video I'm looking for actually talks about both. That's it right there. Boom. I'm going to select that video. You have to have the video in the student version because if you do a downloaded image of your video in the template version, it is not going to be, it's just going to be the image. It's not going to be the video itself. So you actually have to have the video in here. And I'm going to shrink this down to fit inside my little box. It's going to work on trying to pull up a little thing. It's so hard to center when I am video recording this. Okay, so let's say I like it right there. Boom. All right, so now that part's done. They come in. They can watch it in their edit mode. It will pull up the video. We'll see if it actually pulls up. Boom. The video is playing. They can watch the video that talks about emphasis. And then after they are done watching that video, if they click anywhere on that page, it'll stop it. When they are done, they can come in and they can put their answer. You know, they can come in and emphasis is the focal point. Yada, yada, yada. So there you go. There you have it. There is a simple, quick lesson on how to insert a video and have a response. And look, my time is up. Perfect timing. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And there are plenty more short videos where that came from. Thank you.